Hello, friends. And first off, happy holidays. Formerly, happy holidays. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday period. I had 4 weeks off and about lost my mind. Plug in, please. Is that the plug? Why are you not? Oh, that's why. Give me a second. My secondary screen isn't plugged in. It's not working. Now what's okay? It just didn't register it was plugged in. Anyway, welcome back to Dream Daddy, where we date some dads. It's loading. Anyways, with that in the background, let me know if I am inaudible. I had to turn down my sensitivity on my mic because I was hitting yellow and I didn't want to say something really loud and then peek into the red because no one likes the sound of a peaking mic. No one. So if I'm not mistaken, we did Matt and we did Craig last time. Again, it's been 4 weeks, but I think that's what we did. And we did, if I go to my save data, we did butterflies, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Damien. Close. But first, can Amanda... Oh. Amanda, is that you? What are you doing on Dad Book? Why, David, I never. We've known each other since business school. Joke's on you, Amanda. I didn't go to business school. I also have the cheese portion of a balanced break from Sargento. Ugh. I ate the almonds and cranberries while waiting for my coffee. But I didn't eat this yet. And I feel like I should, because it is 7:40. I don't have dinner until after stream. Because I didn't have enough time between getting back from class and no. I don't want that on my app thing. Getting back from class and getting food from a restaurant today. Because I don't have groceries this fine day. I will have groceries tomorrow. Because I have Wednesdays off. So if you hear me munching, I apologize. Why, David, I never. We've known each other since business school. How could you possibly confuse me for your talented, amazing and talented and easy to buy things for daughter? Though I should be flattered. Though I am flattered. Of course flattered. You should buy Amanda more things. Amanda, why did you word it like that? Amanda, you know I didn't go to business school. I barely even managed to get my degree. Honestly, I might be in the same boat. We'll see how the semester goes. Wait. No. Wow. I didn't say that. You never heard that. This is gold. I was a great student, I swear. I graduated top of my class because I worked hard and ate all my vegetables. Totally holding on to this for later. Wait, do you even remember what I majored in? I am turning on my thing to see if I can hear myself. Might help if... There we go. I can hear myself, so I muted it again. I declined to comment. Cool. Okay, so Dead Manda is done. We did Craig's, which is just his phone being hijacked by his daughters. And then this is Dad Mazan. And this is about, these are the butterflies for Damien, which I feel like we should do. We'll see. Let's go. go talk to Damien. We'll just go, because we did Matt, we did Craig. We did Matt first, then Craig. So we're just sort of kind of going like this. Mainly because I have a bone to pick with this man, but that's fine. Damien Blood March. How do you do? I finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I'll try my best to understand. I love long strolls through a graveyard and spending time with my son. Your son is an edgy teen. I was gonna say I hated him, but then I was like, he is probably like 15. And me, as a full-grown adult, having issues with a 15-year-old is not great. Not great. If you would like to ever chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, is there latest in Victorian fashion? The inevitability of our own demise or black cats, please send me a letter. On a Friday night, you are most likely to listen to a true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens. What are your turn-ons pronouncing bosom correctly? People say that incorrectly? If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? A coffin. I had 2 classes today. I'm tired. What did you want to be when you grew up? A bat. Great. Elegant. What's your favorite movie genre? Foreign art house horror. I don't know what that is. I am not well versed. What's your ideal date? It's night. We are at an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. What do you never leave home without? An upside down cross. Ooh. I spend a lot of time thinking about mortality salience. Shall we message Damien Bloodmarch? Commit to the bet. Damien seems really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little bit better. Oh, that's right. Damien gave us a blue morpho when we visited him last to bring him his butterflies. I navigate to Damien's Dadbook page and type out a message. David. I cringe for my son. Oh. I don't actively want to read what he just wrote. Hey, dude. You seem cool. We should hang out sometime. David. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien is typing. But then he keeps typing and typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Is he gonna sass us on our improper speech? Also, David used no capitals the entire time he in his entire message. Which, I think this is a Damien only thing, because I feel like David used capitals in his message to others on Dadbook. I have to verify that. Also, where is your final thing? I'm not going to critique him that much. I don't use final punctuation. Mainly because I don't think I text in multiple sentences. Okay, it seems like I do sometimes. Because I was talking to my mother earlier, and there was 4 texts I sent her in a row. One is a 2-person. It says, okay, period. And then I went on to say something else. And that in the same message, and that does not have a period at the end. Then the next one is a single sentence, has a period. The next one is a single sentence, lacks a period. The final one is a single sentence and has a question mark, because I was asking her a question. And then she gives me it, and I say, okay, and put a period. Okay, so it looks like most of the time, I use a period. Unless it's a multiple sentence, and then it seems like I lack periods on the last one. Because if I scroll up a little bit, we were talking about snow, and I go, she was talking about not remembering having snow 2 days in a row. I go, lucky them indeed, period. On the unfortunate side effect, they have to shovel it, lol. And that doesn't have a period at the end. So it looks like I do use it, so I can shame him for that. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. David. Damien. Also, I'm gonna pause right here and preface, back when I made David, I made a comment about not knowing if David McFarland actually came from, like, my memory. I was at a place where I found my high school yearbooks from my first high school. I went to 2 high schools. From my first high school and from my elementary school. And neither of them have a David McFarland in them. So that's got my middle school and my second high school possible. I have to find those, because maybe he does exist. Yee. David, I must confess my excitement to receiving your kind letter, for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. Great. He didn't... I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in a gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. What was our first meeting? Oh, him yelling at the store clerk. I would be highly flattered... Damien, I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship in my residence for afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours, humbled D. Bloodmarsh. Are we wearing a tropical shirt? I think. David. Oh, I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. It's infecting him. Hey, Amanda. It's a floral shirt. Do not wear the floral shirt to the hot emo guy's house. I guess he's not emo. He's Victorian. Vintage? It's a little bit past being vintage. Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. Yuck. No, can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad? Kids got over saying lol and lamau or whatever, and decided what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? It's ink and quill, Amanda. Those are both writing implements. Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? I'm selling Amanda. I got a message from Snapchat in regards. Dude, Snapchat, if she's from ASD, she's not a new contact. Speaking of high school, Snapchat. Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Amanda, we don't have a land. We have a duck. Is that a duck? I don't know. Or our dowry. Do you know what a dowry is, Amanda? Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like, the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Hey. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. I don't trust her. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Cheese break. And I don't have dogs, so I don't have a cheese tax. Chat, I could give you the cheese tax. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing. Regards. David. At least she used capitalization and punctuation, and it seems kind of in line. I didn't read what she said. Give me a second while my stream catches up. Anyway, well, I suppose that's that. I make the short walk over to... Here we go. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. That's what it said. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you really can't call it a house. More like a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. Good grief. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. No, you use the knocker. Are his windows stained glass, do you think? That'd be cool. I'd live there. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. Oh, he went all out. Damn, even the dog. This looks like somebody and I can't place it. Hang on. This is just Damien and his kid. And I'm assuming their current alive dog, maybe? I like the skulls, though. That's a nice touch. That's really cool. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Great. Ooh, look at the little tea cakes. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp flickers in the corner, flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all these people in the paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it cold in here? Where's Damien? David, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. Oh, this man is so extra. I can't say I don't appreciate it, though. Look, okay, that's Damien. That's Damien. That's his kid. That's their dog. I like how they match across the paintings. The dog's little thing. It's a collar. I've had dogs. I know what that's called. So, what's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry. There was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. He's so normal, but also not. And why do I have 40 Twitch notifications? I'll deal with that later. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. I'm sorry, Damien, they're not creepy. Forgive him. He doesn't know what he speaks of. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Please do. I would like to know more about your Gothic manor house. Okay. Damien leaves me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again, for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period, and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. Yes, dude. Great success. We walk past a door covered with bumper stickers, caution tape, and a Black Parade poster. That's his son's room. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. Is this his bedroom? Damien, we just met. That is factually incorrect. Oh. Oh, I should have expected this because this room is where we saw him last time. He's not as forward as I expected him to be. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly proud of this room. Look at the butterflies. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful... Game Grumps, I would like to have a word with your writer, please. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn. Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Hey, I'm already on my way to being a Victorian man. Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. I walk up to the... Okay, this man is very chill. There were no eggplants. Like, I think it was Craig. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I would like that. You gave me one. We have seen this. Did we? Maybe not. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. I have a story like that. Maybe now's not the time. I cannot contain myself. I was a kid and sitting on my couch doing one of those American Girl like knitting puzzles. I stabbed myself in the thigh with a needle because I lost it. It was not fun. It was not a pleasant sensation, as one would admit. The Pinner's Gambit. The what? Is that a thing? No. Damien. Damien, please. You know, David, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought that the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime. What was tawdry to a Victorian? And would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. We all need a distraction. That's why I do this. Not eat cheese, play video games, but cheese is a great side effect. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. I'm not reading Naruto and Sasuke spicy books out loud. Why would you do this to me? What are the Game Grumps on? Is this a guilty pleasure for them? Oh, are they on AO3? Is that where they are? I just outed myself. No, I have never read spicy Naruto and Sasuke fanfiction. I have standards. I'm just trying to make a joke, but then I was like, I can't remember what's on my phone right now. Hang on. I think my... Yeah, I have standards. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I'm not reading this. I think I've left it long enough for you guys to read it yourselves. What? Okay, I think that's enough. I'm with you, Damien. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back on the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Damien, please, will you join me for tea? Yes, let's recover this. I will, however, tell you the pairing. That was my last fanfiction. It was Nausicaa and Aspel from Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind. That is the best movie I've ever seen. I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What? Oh. It's a common misconception that high tea refers to wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact, high tea refers both to the later time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they are served. Oh. My dear friend, we are currently enjoying afternoon tea. Oh. Such specifics. I'm sorry, Damien. I do not. It is hot with my jacket on. It is cold with my jacket off. Can I do half sleeves? That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. I love tiny sandwiches. Your home is really impressive. Not the eggplants! You seem like you've really put in a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. I like your home. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place. Look what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff? Well, when I was a young boy, my father Did he take you into the city? Sorry? No, I got that. Oh, that's a great joke. I love that joke. Haha. Did you go see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. David, stop it before you kill me from cringe. You're serious? Of course. But the song, Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. They're pretty cool. I saw one at Disney once. That was awesome. I saw multiple bands, high school marching bands. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals. How do you start off with taxidermied animals? Like, I can understand starting off with something that led into taxidermied animals, but how do you start off with taxidermied animals? As a kid? What? A small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into a sort of obsession. Well, something like that. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and cultures of those who came before us, I think. Yes, but do they have to be taxidermied? I'm having scary thoughts now about taxidermy. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. That's a very valid point. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrible. Plus, you have a kid, and I don't know how well he'd like that. Oh, that was my... I have a gaming headset and a microphone. And my gaming headset has a mic on it, and they don't like it. Apparently, it's a good mic, because I startled somebody playing Marvel Rivals the other day with it. The cheese tax has been completed. I will throw that away in a bit, because I don't have a trash can. The nearest one is in the kitchen. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Okay, this man is deeper than I gave him credit for. Tell me, David, do you have any hobbies? Do I have any hobbies? Yes. Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing somebody talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. I agree with that. I love when people nerd out about the things they're passionate about. I have a professor this semester. I had him last semester, and it's part of the reason why I have him again this semester. That man can spend an hour and 50 minutes talking about these things, and he's so passionate about it, and it actually makes it better to be in his class. He really enjoys talking about what he's talking about and teaching what he's talking about. And I just find that the best way. Because honestly, the best part about humanity, I think, is them being passionate. Because you can find somebody passionate about anything out there. And even if it's the most boring thing in the world, it is made infinitely better if the person you are talking to about that topic is passionate about that. Honestly. Am I passionate about people? Ugh. Ugh. My introvert self is no longer happy. Please do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. I like watching soap making videos on the internet. Soap is an important advancement in modern society, getting rid of germs and stuff. I would say that people who make soap are true heroes here. To watch them work is an honor. I tried making some with Amanda once, and we both had to go to the doctor for rashes, which I guess goes to show that we should leave it to the professionals. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Is this his bedroom? Oh, it's the garden. I mean, technically, it could also be his bedroom, depending on if he wants to sleep on that bench there, in between the gargoyles. I would not. This is gorgeous, by the way. Damien takes me around to the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. This is where we get floriography from. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbiferium, the orange lily. Do you know what this one means? No. I was gonna guess, and then I was like, I have no idea. I think is it black nightshade? One of the nightshades, just the flower, is lyre. I know that. And that's about it. Oh, for God's sake! I'm not... I was right. Revenge. 3 cheers for revenge. How was I right? The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. I'm a genius. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Honeysuckle. They smell really good. I love honeysuckle. I grew up in an area with honeysuckle, and it is the best smell I've ever smelled. And I need to find honeysuckle again now because I like the smell. And then you can eat the tiniest little drop of nectar when you pull the stem out. I'll have to remember that when I put... This man has skyrocketed up my list. I don't care about his kid. His kid will get better once he's past the angsty teen phase. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. Thank you, Damien. You would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, David, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Where would he put the rotary phone, David? Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I'd put in a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle.
Fix that guard.
Fix the garg. There? That's not right. Is it this one? Maybe? Ah. Oh, come on. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, come on. This is not great. Oh, I didn't know you could flip them. I have 17 seconds. Mm.
Goal.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Our secret, rank S. I had 4 seconds left. Whew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset.
Ugh.
David, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. Oh, great, his son. What's wrong? He appears to have... Well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together.
Huh.
You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go. Damien and I walk into school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Who did he stab?
I don't know.
Hey Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to that. My kids are in trouble rodeo. Oh, did their kids do something? Because I remember Hugo's kid was not the nicest. What is it this time?
Oh.
Damien, you have to see it to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. I don't like this. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. It was Hugo's kid, too! Oh. We find another teacher in the boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Oh, so they got into a fight. Here's the thing. If it was unprovoked, the boys are at fault. If they were defending anybody, I will side with them. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around at the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around.
Huh.
What happened here? Ernest punched me. I thought they were working together. I guess not. I have zoomies today, it seems like. I was falling asleep earlier, and now I'm not. Lucian tried to kill me. What's the one where the guy seals the other guy in the basement? Hang on. Book. The Cask of Amontillado, I think is that. Yeah, the Cask of Amontillado. It's that. Is that what happened here?
What?
The room falls silent. Ooh, I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. Please. Oh. You promised me there was wine down here. My professor today knew he wanted to be a teacher for a while. And he said that he would rather jump off a bridge than teach middle schoolers. And now I might see where he's coming from. Why did you fall for it, Hugo? Whoa. Wait a second. Lucian, did you try to... Cask of Amontillado, Ernest? I love this. It's a sucky situation, but it's great. Look how smug Lucian looks. So smug. I'm neither confirming nor denying that. You tried to Cask of Amontillado your teacher's kid. That's gotta go down in the worst plans in history. I turned to Damien and whispered to him, What's the Cask of Amontillado? I am disowning David. He's no longer my son. It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story, where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down into the cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, and then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. I don't think lovely's the word for it, Damien. So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually gonna leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just gonna sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, and then he realized that I lied about the wine. See, this is what they mean when they say boys will be boys. Where is my news article about two boys where one tries to Cask of Amontillado the other? I would read the shit out of that. I'm not even going to censor that because honestly, is there? Give me a second. News. So that's a crime that no one's committed yet. Now I know how to go down in history. I'm kidding. I don't have any friends. I don't like people enough to spend that much time around them. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad, it took you 20 minutes. Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the Cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? It took... Oh... This is the opposite. Is my bank calling me? It is 8:30. I'm gonna let it ring out. You know what I can do? They're leaving me a message. That's fine. This is like the opposite of the time that the girl knew that a tsunami was coming because she'd learned about it in school. This is the opposite of that. I read the first 5 pages, then read a review of the movie. This is why Amanda is the best child. Because at least she knew and was able to do stuff about it. It's only 5 pages long, and there is no movie. Haha, yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me.
I don't know.
Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, it was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under. What the hell? Don't do whatever that was again. You're both suspended for a week. That's a light sentence, considering I'm fairly certain the guy who got sealed in the brick wall died. Ernest and Lucien high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Why did he sit there for 20 minutes watching Lucien build a wall around him? Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucien, Damien, and I pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucien immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. Oh, they're like a little angsty family, where David does not fit in with his floral shirt. I'm not going to therapy again. Maybe you need it. That's not a bad thing. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. So am I. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. Honestly, an unsuccessful attempt at the Cask of Amontillado, I think, is the best way to get in trouble. Because A, you're well versed in literature, and B, if you get as far or farther than Lucien did, I feel like that's not even your fault at that point. 20 minutes? Ernest sat in the dark, listening to Lucien cackle maniacally while he watched as he built a wall around him for 20 minutes and did absolutely nothing about it. Why? That's Ernest's fault at that point. I can't even fault Lucien. I love you, son. Aw. Lucien continues staring out the window. Love you too. Okay, maybe his son is not so bad. He's just an angsty teenager. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucien hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's all right. In all things considered, Lucien's bricklaying was pretty good. So there's your silver lining. There is that. Yes. I really admired how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. Lots of parents could learn from Damien. It rarely does. You're a good dad. See you... Eggplants again. Why? See you around soon. It would be my honor, and my pleasure. Damien bows with a little flourish. Classy. I like this man a little bit more. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo, what you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers, Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of a fine vintage and tried to brick him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me? Yeah. Lucian live streamed the entire thing. And he was live streaming? That's entirely Ernest's fault at that point. Like, he was live? Is that why it... Huh? I can't... What? I don't even know at this point. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Nice! We'll see who the next dad is. Date complete. Family vacation.
Are you familiar with the works of Corey Feldman? He simply slayed in The Lost Boys.
They have actual lines? Huh. I didn't know that. Yes, I got an S rank.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Can I... Me. David, listen, this is you from the past. Whoa, how'd this happen? I figured you're trying to reply to this, because I know myself, but this is an automated message from you earlier in the morning, when it was socially unacceptable to go out and buy ice cream. Forgot I did that. I forgot how I did that as well. The future is amazing. Listen, life is short, and ice cream should always be acceptable, but unfortunately, this isn't the society we live in. And it's less the society we live in and more me projecting my own anxieties about being judged onto others. But you know what I mean. By the time you're reading this, it is a certain time of day in which nobody will bat an eye at you for going out and buying ice cream. You know what to do. Be good, me. Buy that ice cream. You know what? I've earned a treat. On my way home, I decide to stop off and grab some ice cream, which I fully plan to eat directly from the tub. I spend a lot of time trying to figure out which type of ice cream I'd like to eat directly from the tub. Rocky Road? Pistachio? Speaking of ice cream, there is a ice cream store in my hometown now. And they have their pistachio ice cream has actual pieces of pistachio in it. And it's so good. And then they have coffee ice cream that's like espresso coffee and not just regular coffee. And it's got chunks of like semi-dark chocolate in it. And it is the most heavenly fucking combination I have ever had. And honestly, they would be amazing on their own. Oh, Amanda's probably going to want some too. Better get 2 tubs. She loves cookie dough ice cream, right? Hey, mister. I turn around to see Ernest. This was honestly, like, the way it was leading into it is great. Leaning up against the wall of the convenience store. Ernest? You're cool, right? I'm cool. But I don't see what that has to do with anything. Well, if you're cool, you'll help me out, right? Help you out? There's no fire involved, is there? Just clouds. So I'll give you 20. Will you buy me e-liquid? No. The answer is no. I'm not gonna enable this. I'm not. Why would I do that? Ernest, what's e-liquid? It's like, Gatorade, you know? Electrolyte liquid. I get it myself, but I'm banned from here for trying to run a grift on the cashier. A classic fiddle game. You know the deal. Oh, if you're talking about balanced electrolytes, then I got you, little buddy. And I didn't even know you played the fiddle. Just ask the... He'll know what it is. I'm not buying this kid it. I'm trying to wrap my head around what that name was. I didn't even read that. Just ask the clerk for blue cranrazapple vortex. He'll know what it is. I pick up a tub of pistachio ice cream for myself and a tub of cookie dough for Amanda. I search around for some blue craisin void stare. That's not what he said, David. But I can't seem to find any. I turn to the cashier. I'm being had. David's being had, and I don't appreciate it. Say, where's your finest e-liquid? Behind the counter. You got an ID? First of all, my daughter is older than you. Second of all, I'm flattered. I switched shampoo recently. Is that taking some years off? Look, you need to be 21 to buy vape juice. I'm not. Your hair doesn't look a day over 20. Thank you. Wait a minute. Are you just trying to butter me up to get me to buy more ice cream? Because it's working. I glance outside and spot Ernest staring at me. Double wait a minute. So you're telling me that e-liquid's not a sports drink? It's for vaping. Ernest is watching us intently through the window. I better go give that kid a piece of my mind. I see. Okay, look, I'm gonna pretend that you didn't try to trick me into buying you old Baphomet's cough syrup and then go inside here to purchase my ice cream. I won't tell your dad if you promise to scram. And stop vaping. You'll get popcorn lung. What if I give you $25? Go home, Ernest. As I'm walking back inside, Ernest calls after me. You can get popcorn lung from microwave popcorn, you know. I no longer trust this child, but the near notion strikes fear into my heart. I come back inside to complete my purchase with the good cashier. Thank you, kind sir, for your time and generous hair compliments. You got it, bub. I glance out the window while to see Ernest still outside. It looks like he's talking to some other poor sap. Guess I should go inside and save this guy some grief. The other guy some grief. Wait a second. That's definitely a cop. Oh boy. I grab my tubs of ice cream and bolt outside. Ernest is already face down on the hood of a squad car. Ernest, did you seriously just try to get a cop to buy you e-liquid? Do you know this kid? I'm friends with his dad. Yeah, we live in the same cul-de-sac. I know his dad. Listen, he's a good kid. I'm this boy's father. Robert! Stop trying. Robert, are you causing problems? Robert's here to cause problems. But as long as the cop goes away, we'll be fine. I turn around and see Robert walking up the street toward the convenience store. Honestly, the way that was set up, I thought like it was the cop saying he was his dad, and I was very confused. Ernest, what are you doing? I want a lawyer. First of all, good first instinct. Remember that you're not required to answer any questions from a police officer without a lawyer present. You're this boy's father? Yes, sir. Ernest likes to lash out at me like this ever since the accident. Why you gotta be dramatic? Oh, I don't like talking about it. That's fine. Robert gets a wistful twinkle in his eye. What problems are you causing, Robert? Is Robert the next one? Or is Robert in the top row? I think Robert's in the top row. Damn. But it's Hugo's kid was here first, so we'll do Hugo next, I think. It all started 7 summers ago. My hair was long then. New metal was still in style. Ernest and I were down in the Florida swamplands scavenging for... Sir, I can leave you to take it from here. Sounds good. Thanks, officer. Ernest, come along now. You'll be cleaning grout from the rain gutter for a week thanks to this transgression. The police officer gets in his car and drives off. I'm stunned by how cool Robert was just there. Thanks, I want to say. Richard? Ouch. Don't mention it, Hemingway. Got in trouble plenty of times in my life. Just try to do my good deed for the day. Will you buy me e-liquid if I give you $20? Child, I will end you. Hey, David, will you walk Ernest home with me? Sure. Face Ernest pulled. Ernest runs ahead, presumably so he won't be seen with us, which is a thing I think kids do. He reminds me of a lot of myself when I was his age. Well, maybe I wasn't as dumb. Seems like he tortures his dad. Seems like he tortures just about everyone. He even stole your wallet. What? No, I pat my back pocket. I pat the rest of my pockets. He stole my wallet. What are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? What? Robert points at my tubs of ice cream. One of them is for Amanda. I have no qualms about the quantity of ice cream you purchased. It's a perfectly respectable amount of ice cream. What I'm talking about, that's not what I'm talking about. You work hard, David. You're a good dad. Don't you think you deserve top shelf ice cream? But these were on sale. If you're gonna treat yourself, go big or go home. Real vanilla bean. Real pistachio. You deserve it. Honestly, yes. That is the best. We arrive at the cul-de-sac and Ernest runs into his home. That boy is the reason we don't have prizes in cereal anymore. Oh, God. Somehow I remember that and don't remember the prizes in cereal boxes at the same time. Whew. I guess because I have older siblings. And they're old enough to remember prizes in cereal boxes. Catch you around, David. Robert tosses me my wallet. I catch it with a surprised look on my face. I stole it back. Keep it in your front pocket or use a chain like back in your ska days. Smell you later. See ya, Robert. I go back inside my home, ready to spend the rest of the night with 2 tubs of ice cream. And also Amanda.
Welcome. You got dads.
Oh, God. Shall we talk to Hugo? Oh. The non-creative Christensen man is next. Hugo Vega. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're on here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know, and I'm sorry. On Friday nights, you are most likely to brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. Oh my God, he plays D&D. Can I play D&D with Hugo? Robert. Wrong guy. Both apparently dad of Ernest Vega. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? A Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust. What are your turn-ons? Muscles. Sorry, Vega, I can't help you there. What did you want to be when you grew up? A movie star. That is such a different track from English teacher. What's your favorite movie genre? Documents on art history. Him and my mom would get along. What's your ideal date? Each of us read a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. I actually like that idea. What do you never leave at home? My glasses. Actually, I forget them a lot. Spend a lot of time thinking about. I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. Yes. I'm not even worried about Vega. Because I agree with him on many accounts. We'll see. I navigate to Hugo's dadbook page. I'm gonna make a list. Not right now. Later, I'll make a list. And it'll be my ranking for where each of the dads stand. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? At least you put a question mark this time. See? He does know how to properly use punctuation and capitalization. I'm going to move my mic real quick so you can hear my fingernail hitting the screen for effect. There we go. Because I don't know if you could hear that from the proper distance. It was just with Damien that apparently he did not know the proper punctuation. I wait for a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me. Oh god. And I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm going to be honest with you. Here. It's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for. And they're in middle school. Arguably, the worst age to be. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how is middle school for you? Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. Everyone sucks, no self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross building for 40 plus hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day. Top 40s, Pop? I liked middle school. But that's because my middle school was an open-air campus. I had 2 middle schools, actually. 3! Damn. For like the first several months of 6th grade, I went to 1. And then I was homeschooled for the rest of 6th grade. No, correction. That was 8th grade. I went to a different middle school in 8th grade. For the first half of the semester, Christmas, I moved. Then I had to be homeschooled for the rest of 8th grade because A, my grades were terrible. And B, I was on a waiting list for a high school. And none of the middle schools there would take me. So it was just like, you're on the waiting list to get in. You can't get in with your current grades. We need you to get in. You're doing 8th grade again. So I did the entirety of 8th grade in like 5 months. 6th and 7th grade, my campus was open air. That school no longer exists. Which is great. Anyway. So I was outside most of the time. It was also, you would get yelled at if you wore winter coats inside. Don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It's because you would get sick. Because if you wore your coats inside, you would sweat. And then when you went out into the cold, you would get sick. Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I thought it was fine. There was nothing really out of the ordinary for me. I had friends who... Oh, no. They all wronged me in some way, shape, or form. They were terrible to me. And wait, I was terrible to them too. It's all rushing back to me. Middle school was awesome. I had repressed it for so long. Dad, did we just have a breakthrough? I think we did. See, middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. I just wanted to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was to a clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Oh, is this why you won't eat clam chowder anymore? No, it's because Bobby Willingham threw up in one of the vats of clam chowder, and I was the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Right, let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should just do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool. Amanda, I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. What, are you worried that a whale's gonna pop out of the tank and swallow you whole? Don't put fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins. Then it's settled. Penguins outwear the fear of ocean. I thought I misread that. Nope, that's actually what I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. Can you stop with the stuttering? Stop with the stuttering! I think there's a wire in my headphones that is fried. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' ends.
I don't know.
Well, they do have lines. I didn't know that. Honestly, the word partially voice acted, the term partially voice acted, has so many different meanings, I don't even know if it applies. Because you want to know something? If I go to my Steam library right now, I have 2 games. It's up here. So I have all the achievements for it. So it's my special section. I have When the Night Comes, and then I have Our Life Beginning and Always. Both of which are very good games. That's not the point here. Both of which claim to be partially voice acted, but you get a couple words, maybe a sentence or 2. With Our Life Beginning and Always, that's voice acted. You get a little bit more, there's a certain DLC with it. It's I don't know. There's one. Oh, it's the 7th DLC that's not. It's the voice name expansion, which is free, by the way. That is, I have 212 hours in this game. What do I do with my life? Oh boy. Anyway, back to the point at hand. That they claim it's partially voice acted, but you get like words and stuff. However, When the Night Comes also claims to be partially voice acted. And they say like actual phrases. Like they say entire words, like entire sentences. All the time. That's the voice acting. And it blows my mind. Also, When the Night Comes got Gideon Emery to voice Finn, and that will always be my favorite thing. Gideon Emery makes me so happy. I love this man. He is by far one of my top 10 voice actors. Gideon Emery's up there. He also does Fenris from Dragon Age 2. I have 111 hours in Dragon Age 2. He's also Fenris from Dragon Age 2. Oh. Jonas Scott is also in When the Night Comes. He voiced August, and he's phenomenal in that. Back to the game. What was I talking about? Partial voice acting. So I guess Dream Daddy also counts as partially voice acted. I don't know. Even though I've played them and gotten all the achievements, I will play them for you guys if you think you want me to play them. Hugo jogs up to me and looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo! I was looking for my mouse. I found it. It's been a debacle all morning. We're shorthanded, and most of the kids won't stop screaming, as I'm sure you know that's is the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar. Great. Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground, playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. Can you guys put your phones away? All the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo, then they go back to texting. At least they're quiet. Too quiet. These guys are up to something, I can feel it. They're all on their phones? Yes. They're in a group chat plotting. Too quiet. These guys are up to something, I can feel it. There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all. We'll see. Why do I look like that, but Hugo looks like that? Why do I not get the good customization? Oh, it's the aquarium. The classes start filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packs of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be for a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet? Honestly, it's just busy work so the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books? We just did a unit on the old man and the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays. It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wander over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines. Hey. That right there is a lionfish. Is it brown? I thought it was orange. Am I stupid? What does the lionfish look like? Is that not orange? Extinction status not extinct. Good to know. What color is a... What color is lionfish venom? No. What color is a lionfish? Red, brown, and white. So the brown and red is tripping me out and making me think orange. That right there is a lionfish. Did you know their stomachs can expand to up to 30 times their in size? I did not know that. Hey, look, we're learning. Whoa. Hey. Their spines are venomous too. Did know that. I did know that one. Nature is hardcore. Oh. What hit me? Something just fell on me. Ah, it was my stylus for my tablet. Give me 1 second. There we go. It's 45 degrees out, and I have to go get dinner still. Ugh. You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. I went through a period of time where I was terrified of the possibility of stepping on a stonefish. Mind you, I lived in Illinois at this point in time. We don't have beaches. I don't know why I was so afraid of stepping on a stonefish in Illinois. I'm cold. And they just keep it here. Oh, they're relatively harmless so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Tissue necrosis. Why is he smiling? Huh. Cool. Nature is wild. I feel like you should be a science teacher, not an English teacher. But then again, you did name your kid Ernest Hemingway. So what do I know? Look, it's the bubble guys from Finding Nemo. And Nemo. Is this one Dory? I don't know. I haven't seen Dory in a long time. It's a shark. Is it parrotfish? I think. I don't know what the rest of the fish are. That's a stingray. That's an octopus. Nice. And that's a person. No. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. You don't... Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the... humphead wrasse.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you know that? Paranormal fish trivia. This fish sleeps upside down, but contrary to popular belief, it's not an actual vampire. That's the vampire fish. Wait, are you serious? Absolutely not. I'm playing it for the gag here. Ha! Good one. You liked that. We led the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. You know what? As long as they're not harming anything. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who started fighting over Capri Sun. I walk around the room, reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside the enclosure. After a while, I look around to see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples of the water cast blue moving shadows on his face. For someone surrounded by angry, hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. David, get it together! Wow.
Hey.
I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. A great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It's truly fascinating to be able to observe it in a setting such as this. That's... Eggplant! That's a very astute point, David. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. Stingrays! And horseshoe crabs. I have the shell of a horseshoe crab. I don't know if... Do horseshoe crabs shed? Do horseshoe crabs shed their shells? Yes! Horseshoe crabs shed their shells or molt as they grow. I have one. I got slightly worried for a second because I thought I had a dead one. Nope, we're good. Ugh. I found it on an island. Actually, I didn't find it. My friend's stepmom did. I took it though, because nobody else wanted it. We eventually made our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. Don't touch the small fish, please. I stand around the edges of the tank and kept a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand on the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, David? Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. My mom has this story she tells me every time we see a touch tank, every time we go to a zoo or an aquarium, she makes the same joke every time about how I better not freak out if she sticks her hand to pet the stingrays. Because apparently, at one point when I was a child, she took me to one of these places and they had a touch tank and there were stingrays in there and I cried because she put her hand in the stingray to pet the stingray. I don't know anymore. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they'll probably bite me in my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed. The horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank. Slowly dipping my hand into the cold water, I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? I dive my hand back into the touch tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away, blushing. This is the first time he's actually shown interest in a guy. In any of the guys. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little carried away sometimes. Wait. That girl over there looks suspicious. Why's that?
Oh.
Our backpack's usually wet. Ma'am! Susan, get back here. Did she stick a creature in her backpack? Ma'am! Hugo runs after the middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid. Whatever it is, it goes back into the touch tank. Now. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time, we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move. Ma'am, why did you put the sea creature in your backpack?
Huh?
Hugo leans down to unzip it. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back in the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he's gonna die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where we can see them. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder.
Oh.
Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. The next room we see a variety of smaller tanks. Sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surrounds us.
Yes.
Look over here. Hugo points to some seahorses gathered at the bottom of the tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth. How to process this? What?
Oh.
That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? There's a reason they're called seahorse dads. Anyway. Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones.
Hey.
Fun fact. What? Male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Man, we thought we had it hard.
Oh.
I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. All however many thousands of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Oh.
It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. He would get along with my modern political ideologies teacher. Honestly, I feel like he would. Because he is in the same vein as him. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. We finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Penguins. Penguin. Do we get to see the penguins?
Oh.
Yes, we get to see the penguins. Yes! Hell yes! Penguins! Our group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. I want to throw a puffin one day. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Huh?
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god. There's a student in the penguin enclosure. Oh god. Oh god. Children. Children, I swear. Wait, just kidding. It's very bad. Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. You cannot take a penguin. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs toward the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody, everybody, everybody. I have an announcement. The whole room turns toward Hugo. Here's a few facts. Take one for the team, I'll go grab the kid. Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and am greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst, hey! The girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here. Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy I end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are... It's not a fact. That... I can't with this man, I swear. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Where are they even gonna go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't even have the time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact, the penguins only live in cold climates. That is not the case. African penguins are a thing. With some exceptions. There we go. So they don't all live in cold climates, so if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have $12 and some change, and there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other $8 later, and we have a deal. We move to shake on our arrangement for it, suddenly realize there's a wave of penguins the way out of the enclosure. We have to block the birds. Oh no! Block that bird! There's the girl. Oh, God. How long do I have to do this for? No! You stay back! Oh no, the penguin escaped. I am enamored with this minigame. No! You guys get back! No! Why are you all... I failed that. 8 penguins escaped. God. I did not get... How did I... You know what? Bribery does in fact work. Woo, I'm glad that's over. Just in time too. Looks like Hugo's wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech. And that's why I think penguins are one of the best animals in the world. A few people in the audience clap out a sense of duty. Everyone starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8. What? Just, I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose they compare animal thief notes.
Oh.
You're not off the hook, Molly. David, did you just bribe a child? You can't play by the rules when there's penguin on the line. Listen, man, we've all done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed there was a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the day finally coming to a close, I did not get an S rank on the state for bribing a child, I don't think. If I did, I'll be impressed. The whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop, and we make our way back out to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium and the kids load onto the buses, Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, David, thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It's no problem. It was actually kind of fun.
Hey.
Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese boards? I love cheese boards. Great. Well, I gotta make sure some of the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. I walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin. We've all been there. Amanda, please tell me you didn't actually try to steal a penguin. I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw. You got to go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helped complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud? He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. All right, too much adventure for me today. I'm going to go rest my eyes. You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn it when you become a father. Day complete. Dad band. That's completely blank. Hey, I got an A. Nice. Okay. Hey, it's Craig. I'll do Joseph next. Hey, dude, I've got the runs. Craig. Oh, I've got just the thing. I'll head to the store to grab you a real chunky milkshake. I don't... Ew. Cherry licorice and a book of word jumbles that I find helpful in strenuous times such as these. What? Wouldn't that make it worse? Oh, it's not for the diarrhea. Milkshakes are just comforting. Wait, why are we talking about this? Oh, my window's still open. Love that for me. Wait, why are we talking about this? But I've got the runs. I've meant that I feel like running. That's not what that means, Craig. And even your dumbass should know that. Want to come with me to the gym? Why do I feel less excited about that than getting you home remedies for diarrhea? Come on, man, it'll be fun. You know what? Sure. When are we doing this? There's 20 more minutes left in this Meat Hell Marathon. I'm outside right now. I'm warming up. Okay. But at least let me see if Betty gets away from the wolves in time to wrap up her get her suppressata wrapped cheesecake out of the oven. Go running. Last time I tried this, I almost died. What the heck? The gym just installed these new virtual jogging treadmills. We'll feel like we're running outdoors. We can just run outdoors. You can see the other runners on your screen too. Let's try this out together. Other runners? Will I be able to keep up? Don't worry, we're here to cheer each other on. I'll be right there with you. Just get a rhythm going, keep your heart rate up, but don't overexert yourself. You're great. Craig, the last time I was on a treadmill, I flew off. Oh, God.
Run that dad.
Oh. Look at that. Why this emoji? Why is it an eggplant? I feel like the creators of this game need to have their internet browsers searched. I'm slightly concerned with the amount of eggplants and water emojis being used in this game. Sprint! Cool. Oh, I'm on that list. Right under Craig. David. Have I always been there? Did I just overlook his name because I've seen it so much? Have I used the name David before? No, I don't think I have. Bro. I am in the zone. Auto zone. I don't know why I did that. How long am I doing this for? What is with that waterfall? Who did we just pass? Megan? No, this is Megan. Up here. Slightly concerned with how high the beats per minute is, but you never know. Hey, we did it. Nice. 3 minutes and 12 seconds. I got S++. Personal best ranking. Way to go. Yes.
Welcome. You've got Dad.
I succeeded. Great. Should we do another date? I have to get my order in before anything else happens. Maybe I'll do that. You guys can come with me and order from the restaurant. Okay. First to Google Maps, so I can actually find the restaurant. This one closes at 11. Order online. Storefront by DoorDash. I'm just gonna pick it up myself. 25 to 30 minutes. Most likely, let's put it on my app. Not my app, my web page thing. No, I should be better about this. Plug it in. Okay, what do I want? Get a pie. It's not an actual pie, it's shawarma. Beef shawarma, chicken shawarma, kitty cheese, mushroom, minced meat, mixed cheese. The cheese one. No. Oh, their app is so much better. Their webpage is... Welcome to our restaurant. Hello, 100%. I wanted halal food today. I did. I'm gonna get... I don't want peppers. I feel bad just getting just cheese. No, because it's not just gonna be cheese. Mozzarella cheese. Mozzarella cheese, no peppers, no olives, no tomatoes. Today's not a tomato day. No, maybe I'll just have... Meat shawarma, rum and cheese. Usually ready in 1 hour. Add to cart. Okay, so my cart is at $18.99. $18.99. Should I get something else? Maybe. Let's see. Can I get a dessert or something? Should I get a dessert? Our menu. Desserts. Oh, that's right. They had... Oh, they had omali. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna get it. It's so much. Ooh, baklava is $405. This is $10. That's fine. I'll shell out. Add to cart. Checkout. Okay. We will do Joseph's just so I can get it out of the way. Put in my phone number. If I could remember my own phone number. Apple Pay. That is... Okay. Do I have to take my headphones off? You're gonna throw a fit. Why did I get a discount? What? Why? My payment failed. Try again or use a different payment method. I will tip them in cash when I get over there. There was an issue with Apple Pay. Come on, why are you doing this to me? Ugh. I didn't want to put in my card information. I have Apple Pay for a reason. Let's get Joseph. Voted Maple Bay's #1 youth minister for 5 years running, living in my hometown with my beautiful wife and our 4 amazing kids. If I'm not at church, you can catch me. Put my name in there. If I'm not at church, you can catch me out on the open water, setting sail on the seas of adventure. I love playing guitar and crushing my kids at Candyland. On Friday night, you're most likely to lead the community in a fun mixer. Gross. What am I missing? I guess that's a proper phone number. Done. What? Why is it not letting me purchase it? Am I missing something? Why are you not letting me pay? What is going on here? I'm hungry. If you had one thing to take with you onto Desert Island, what would it be? My 6 string? What are your turn-ons? My loving wife. Why are you on this app then? What did you want to be when you grew up? Ship captain. What's your favorite movie genre? Feel-good movies. What's your ideal date? Lovely night on the town with my wife. Ugh. What have you never leave home without? A good book. I spend a lot of my time thinking about how I can be a better man, husband, and father. I don't want to talk to this man, but well, I will, I guess. His family's a little weird, but Joseph seems cool. He does not seem cool, David. I should take him up on his offer to hang out. Wait, how do I hang out with a priest? I don't go to church. Should I be Jesus-y? Don't be Jesus-y. Why am I... Do I just go in person, you think? That's the correct expiration date on my card. Ugh. I'm hungry. don't be Jesus-y. I imagine Joseph's family staring at me as I fumble through some sort of prayer attempt. Maybe not too Jesus-y. Just a light smattering of Jesus. It worked today. I know it did. I figured out the problem. Will he want me to pray? Is he going to pray at me? Do I have to pray at him? Don't pray at your neighbors. That's weird. Talking to Joseph, Gah! Amanda, how many times have I told you not to sneak up on me like that? I selectively ignore it every time you do, Pops. Amanda looks over my shoulder at the screen. Joseph can't read your mind, you know. If you want to talk, just message him. I've never been friends with a priest before. What do I talk about? My favorite Bible passages? Ice cream socials? Khakis? First of all, he's a youth minister with a tattoo, not a priest. There's a difference? You're overthinking it, Dad. Listen, just put it like this. Hello, neighbor. Thanks again for the invite to the BBQ. The barbecue. I'd love to hang out soon if you're not too busy. Isn't that a little too business casual? Fine. Give me the keyboard. This is like attempt number 23 to get food from the restaurant. Why payment failed? Is there a way to just pay at the store? Why are you not letting me pay? Fine. How do I... Okay. I don't know if it's right. Information on my card. I got this. Amanda focuses on the keys. I am focusing. The numbers on my card have lost their shine, and now it's hard to see them in anything but direct sunlight. And it is currently 9:41. Ah! Ugh, let me pay. I just want the food. It was not this hard last time. Hi, Joseph. It was great meeting your family, you and your family. I'm still new around here, so if you'd like, I'd love to hang out and get to know you. See ya. Almost immediately, I receive a response. What'd he say? Hi, David. If you're not doing anything in a bit, the kids and I are baking treats for the church bake sale today, and we'd love to have you over. It'll be a blast, so let me know. Oh, God. Why are you not letting me pay? Use my location. Allow. Ah, there are no pickup locations available. That's why. I'm hungry. I want food. Please. I just want food. Order. Let me get food. Pick up. Close. Okay. Here we go. To go. Choose up to 3 desserts. 5 desserts. Oh my lee. I will just drink water. Why is one of the recommended sides full rice tray for $70? Huh, that wasn't so bad. He uses a lot of exclamation points. I use a lot of exclamation points. I'm more concerned about him signing with his name, signing his name with a tilde. I'm willing to let it slide this time. Okay, we're on our way. View cart. I respond back. At the collegiate way. What is the, okay? Well, I literally just came here from the thing, so. Sounds like fun, David. Great. Come on by the house as soon as you're ready. We'll be here. Well, I guess I'm doing this. Place pickup order. I cannot be late. Oh. Nice. I got express place pickup order. Select the payment method. Apple Pay. Okay, that's right across. Add. Apple Pay. I will tip them in cash. It went through that time. Thanks for your order. I have dinner now. Great. Come on by the house when you're ready. We'll be here. Save a brownie for me? I'm not sure you want a brownie from those demon children. Promise you won't sneak up on me anymore? Amanda stares at me, unblinking. I don't make promises I can't keep. Real default, Pops. And Dad, please don't be weird about the religion thing. Me? Weird? Never. Son, you're me. We're always weird about this kind of thing. I make the short walk over to Joseph's place. Just don't be weird, David. But what if they hang up a bunch of crosses or collect those little porcelain babies? What if they're all praying? Do they pray before dinner? During dinner? Over the porcelain babies? The door begins to creak open and a shadowy figure obscured on the other side. Who's there? David? The door opens the rest of the way. It's Joseph's eldest. What's his name? Hey, Chris. Hi again, I'm David. I know what your name is. Yeah, we met at the barbecue. How's please don't say it. Jesus. Chris blinks slowly. Maybe he didn't hear that. You're weird. Yes, I know. Is your dad... Before I finish, Chris walks into an adjacent room, leaving me from in front of the open doorway. Home? This was a great first impression. You are so stupid, David. For a moment, I wonder if I should just go in, further subjecting Joseph's family to my winning attitude and artful charisma. Mercifully, Joseph peeks his head around the corner. David, you made it. Why do you dress like that? You are the living embodiment of Daddy's money. Joseph approaches us with, I'm not giving you a hug. Crazy weirdo. Pickup time is between 10:20 and 10:25. It is 9:47. We have time to get through Joseph's cringe thing. I'm so glad you came by. Are you ready to bake? I am not. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. That's the kind of semi-confidence I like to see in a baking assistant. Come on in.
Oh, yeah.
Joseph brings... Oh, it's so nautical themed, he clashes so badly with it. Joseph leads me into a bright, spacious home full of nautical knickknacks, and this isn't what I imagined at all. It's actually pretty charming.
Okay.
I believe you met Chris, who left you outside. Chris. Are you going to apologize? Oh, right. Sorry. I try to make eye contact with Chris, but he keeps looking away. He must be really shy. They're demon children, David. Stop trying to make eye contact with the demon children. It's alright. Next time just be a little more inviting to our guests, okay? Sure. Chris seems to relish the chance to escape the conversation and quickly vanishes into his room. Joseph turns to me apologetically. Don't take it personally. Chris likes to keep to himself. I mean, we didn't start on the best foot in the world. Plus, being the eldest in a big family can't be easy. We try to cut him a little slack when we can. Oh, it's the Shining Twins! Why are your shorts so short? They're my kid, my guy. Ah, and here are the twins. Christy, say hello to David. Hello, Father. Hello, David.
Oh.
Kids, come on. Dial it back on the creepy twin shtick. At least they're conscious of the twins doing this. Creepy twin shtick. We should get to baking. Maybe it's best if I don't shift the power dynamic of the creepy nightmare twins. You guys gonna help us bake? We don't want to bake. Well, okay, what do you want to do? We have to perform surgery. I'm gonna lose it on the demon twins there, Joseph. Guys, we've been over this. Please stop cutting open your toys. Christian and Christy run out of the room giggling. After a second of relative silence, Joseph turns to me, grinning sheepishly. You ever have more than one kid, David? Nope. You should try it. No. No. I say lovingly with a heart. You can keep your creepy... There are 2 sets of twins in the neighborhood, and I like the girls so much better than his demon children. We both start to laugh, but are interrupted by a loud crash from the kitchen. What now? That doesn't sound good. Christy? No one responds. Joseph furrows his brow and motions for me to stay where I am. Wait here a minute. Joseph rushes into the kitchen. I remember this with Amanda. Half of fatherhood is trying to keep your kids from finding creative ways to kill themselves. And he's got 4. Talk about worry. My parents would agree. The worst part of raising children is stopping them from trying to get themselves killed. I take a seat on his surprisingly pristine couch and twiddle my thumbs. Examine bookshelf. It's a pretty sturdy wooden bookshelf. It looks homemade. Did Joseph build this? There's a big stack of what looks like travel magazines. Hyenas of the Serengeti, Underwater Mysteries of the Antarctic, and on and on. Seems like Joseph really loves a good adventure. Unless this is a Mary thing. Who knows? Next to them are a couple of different Bibles. Looks like he's covering all the Bible bases. King James. I have bone to pick with that translation. New American Standard. The Bible for Teens. He's a cool youth minister after all. On a higher shelf, there's a bunch of old romance novels. Judging by the wine stains, these must be Mary's. The newest one looks like Hot Body Johnson, Sex Detective. The 8th installment in... Wait, this is a series? Examine the coffee table. There's a couple of cool knickknacks on the coffee table in front of me. Hey, a cross. Hey, another cross. This one looks a little different. And a 3rd cross. Unified design aesthetic. Smart choice. There's also a brass thing here. It looks like something a sailor would use to navigate with. I think they're called sextants. Where did my voice go? I think they're called sextants. There we go. Sex. Well, If you have this many kids and things are bound to end up on the floor, no matter how hard you try to keep it clean. I spot a terrifying cloth doll that appears to have both arms pulled off several times. It's been stitched back together a lot. The tag says CNC, of course. I set that down and spot a houseplant. Hey, little guy. Keep being you, tiny houseplant. I spot one last thing on the floor next to the houseplant. It's a silver necklace. Wow, this looks expensive for something casually tossed on the floor. If there's a story here, it's none of my business. It's been a while. I guess I should go in the kitchen and see what's up. She looks less creepy without her twin around. I walk into the kitchen to find Joseph holding Christy in one arm. She seems a lot calmer than she was a minute ago. I raise an eyebrow at Joseph. The twins are a lot more manageable when they're separated. Where's Christian? He ran off. Christy dips a spoon into the brownie batter and gives it a taste. Dad, it's too sweet. You're too sweet. No, I'm not. Oh my god. Yikes. She is so different. Oh, you're so sweet. We might have to water you down with Spite. Joseph, they get their weirdness from you. No, not spiders. Joseph begins tickling Christy with his free hand. Between the laughing and squirming, I don't know how he's got a hold of her, but that girl is locked in place. This man is a professional child wrangler. Christy fixes me with her best puppy eyes. Save me from the spiders. Spoon duel the Spider King. Grab a wooden spoon and point it in Joseph's direction. Unhand her, foul beast.
Oh.
Okay, David the Valiant, let's see what you've got. You may have defeated me at Tarantula Ridge, but now I have the upper hand. Joseph gently puts Christy down behind him. Have you come to squash me, knight, or have you merely fallen into my web? I am no mere fly, Spider King. Now, on guard. Okay, this is nice. For a minute or two, Joseph and I mock duel with the two dumbest looking spoons in the room. Eventually, I strike a killing blow in the invisible heart between his arms and his body, and Joseph recoils in horror. Blessed, I am defeated. You could never best me, Spider King, for I have the power of... I sneak a taste of the brownie batter. The magic of... Oh man, that is way too sweet. Christy begins jumping up and down excitedly. My hero! Christy hugs my leg before making a surprisingly fast exit. Hey, wait, do you want a big brownies with us? Christy hesitates, then shakes her head no again. Sparkle Pony. Sparkle Pony? Joseph looks confused. You don't want to bake with Dad now? You want to play with Sparkle Pony? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Before Joseph can even finish his sentence, Christy is out the door and down the hall. Ahead. Joseph sighs deeply as he stares into the chocolate batter. He tastes it again, face twisting. And that is still way too sweet. So what made that crash? Egg beaters on the linoleum floor. It's my new techno single. Still haven't thought of a B-side. Now we're both looking into the batter. It's got a sickly sheen of sugar and chocolate candies throughout. I have a feeling Christy had something to do with it. We need a fresh start. Oh, yeah, like I said, I'm not really a baker, but don't even sweat it. The bag came with instructions that have mysteriously vanished, along with my daughter. So we'll probably be fine. Probably. Yeah, probably. He certainly looks confident. All right, David, you've baked a cake from a box before. Once. How hard could this be? Now grab a spoon and we're ready to rock. Mario Batali, save me. Joseph and I set to work, cracking the eggs and mixing the things, and then pouring the things according to how we assumed the back of the box would tell us to. Things go according to plan, and soon enough, we have a solid batch of brownies.
Oh.
Woo! Wait, Joseph has a little dot of batter on his nose. Wow, David, way to use those dad skills. I bet you've baked a few box mixes in your time. His nose. Joseph. All we have to do is bring these to the bake sale, and voila, duty done. Ahem. Now help me find Christy. Keep your eye out for a pony that sparkles. Joseph, hold still.
Huh?
What? Thou in position, and got it. Joseph eyes go what? Not the married man. Is he blushing? You are married, good sir.
Oh.
Oh, thanks. No problem. In less than a second, I'm gonna go jump off a bridge. I am high-key uncomfortable at the moment. In less than a second, I've licked the batter off my finger. It's really good batter. We should find Christy. I'm gonna find a bridge to jump off and hopefully get eaten by alligators. Because what is going on here? Yes, we should do that. David. Joseph quickly composes himself. All right, she can't be far. You take the delta position and I'll watch your 6. Do you even know what that means?
Yeah.
Alpha Tango Sparkle. Roger. Why are you doing this to me? Joseph starts making his way down the hall and calls back to me. Take the brownies and the rest of the stuff I baked earlier today while I get Christy. We'll meet you out by the car. Joseph, Christy, and I arrive at the church parking lot and find fold-out tables and pop-up tents already set up. Looks like the bake sale is already in full swing. Wow, this place is packed. Is this packed? There are a few people milling around. Maybe a value pack. If you can count a city's population on your fingers and toes, this counts as packed. Point. Christy rockets out of the car and into the lot. Is she running on jet fuel? I want to sell brownies. Okay, let's get set up. I want to see Mom. They do kind of look really cute. Matching. She's so much better without her creepy twin.
Oh.
It's Christian's fault. Yeah, because his name is Christian Christensen. That would drive anyone mad. She's down by the other row of tables helping out with another group. Want to go over there and tell her I said hi? Mom! Christy zips off immediately. Joseph seems unconcerned. Does she always run that fast?
Whoa.
Yeah, and I can only catch her half the time. These knees aren't what they used to be. I remember when Amanda was her age. I couldn't get her to sit still for 5 seconds. Yep, great age to deal with. While Christy's gone, Joseph and I arrange all our baked goods on the table and settle in. So, are we allowed to eat any of our own goods?
Oh.
Look, if I don't see nothing, I don't say nothing. The man upstairs has strong feelings about snitches. Does he actually? Joseph shrugs. He eats a brownie. Looks like some of the other stalls are selling drinks, little handmade crafts, and other sweets. Whoa, somebody brought a soft serve ice cream machine. I gesture to it. How are we supposed to compete with that? Please, this isn't my first time at the rodeo. The bake sale rodeo. There's actually no rodeo here. It's just a bake sale.
Oh.
I think you and I put together can make one pretty convincing argument for these brownies, don't you? I hope so. Joseph gives me a reassuring pat on the shoulder. If you bake it, they will come. It's not long before we have our first customer. It's Matt and Carmencita. It's my favorite pair. My favorite pair. Pair? Peer? No. Hey, dude. Hiya. Matt, Carmencita had the same reaction. Great to see you guys here. Happy to support a good cause. Plus, as the owner and proprietor of the Coffee Spoon, an establishment that specializes in baked goods, I have to scope out the competition. Joseph leans closer to me. This guy knows his stuff. Stay on your toes. So, what recipe did you use for these brownies? Don't say you used the box recipe. Don't say you used the box recipe. David, keep your mouth shut. We improvised. I just let the baking spirit move through me, A little bit of flour, a pinch of salt here. Sort of like an interpretive dance, but with cooking. Interpretive cooking. Yes. You can never make the same thing twice. Each batch is special. There will never be another batch of brownies with the exact same flavor sensation that these right here have. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Matt. All right. We'll take 2. Actually, we'll take 3. I ring them up and high-five Joseph as our happy customers walk away. See? Not so hard. Yeah, I'm hot off a good feeling from the last sale. Who's next? We sell brownies to a bunch of people I don't recognize, but who clearly know Joseph. Finally, another familiar face pops up. David. Oh, was trying to avoid Brian. It's Brian. Close enough. Can we interest you two in any of our fine sweets and treats? You sure can. I bet I could eat 10 brownies. Must resist urge to be competitive. Let the man buy his brownies. So we'll put you down for 10. Better make it just 2. 1 for me and 1 for Daisy. Coming right up. You excited for youth group movie night, Daisy? Yeah. What's the movie? It's a surprise. Joseph leans over to me. It's The Fast and the Furious. Not what I was expecting. Really? If you think about it, there's some heavy religious undertones. It's like, yeah, like the undertone of Die Hard being a Christmas movie. No. Joseph hands a baggie to Daisy. I made sure to give you guys the edges. Clearly the superior part of the brownie topography. Thanks, Joseph. Our 2 customers walk off with their purchases. Joseph and I survey our stock. These are selling pretty hot. At this rate, we'll have enough money to pay for the new paint job on the church pews in no time. Wait, what happened to the pews? Ernest spray painted his rapper alias on to them. Young Steinbeck. Good sir. I would have gone for Young Man in the Sea, but I can respect that. Speaking in ministerial terms, Ernest is hard to reach. In father terms, Ernest is kind of a turd. Being a cool youth minister seems like a lot of work. It is, but it's worth it. Although, sometimes I wish... Never mind. What? It's kind of silly, but... You ever wish you could just drop everything and go lounge around on a beach somewhere in the tropics, drink fruity blended beverages, fall asleep in a hammock? You know, basically live out a Jimmy Buffett song. Joseph. I think about this every single day of my life. My dream is to live in Margaritaville. One day, my friend, one day we'll be on island time. Make a couple more sales to some more church patrons. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Off in the distance, I spot my old buddy Craig. If Craig buys a brownie... Craig! He's going to be a hard sell. Craig is a fitness man. I think he comes to these bake sales to test himself, to see if he has the resolve to refuse processed sugar. Are you sure you're ready for this? We go way back. I got this. Craig jogs up to our table with Briar and Hazel in tow. See, these are the good twins. They're each finishing an ice cream cone, so it's all unlikely we're going to sell them on brownies too. Probably won't be able to sell the baby. She's impossible. Sell to the baby, not sell the baby. She's impossible to read. Don't sell the baby. It all comes down to Craig. Hey, bros. Hi, Uncle Joseph. Hi, Amanda's dad. Would you be interested in one of our delicious homemade brownies? I don't know. Tempt him. You know, Craig, if you really wanted to, you could hit a couple of these stalls and craft yourself a brownie sundae. Get some soft serve, a brownie from your good friend David. I think there's a table down there for selling freshly baked cookies, hot out of the oven. Treat yourself. You deserve it.
Nice.
That's a tempting offer, David, but I've got some chia mango pudding at home I'm pretty excited about. I'm gonna have to pass. Suit yourself. The day winds down. We're pretty much out of items to sell. Everyone starts packing up. Christy eventually comes back and immediately falls asleep in Joseph's folding chair. Boxed milk, huh? Mary saunters up to us. She looks like she'd rather be anywhere else than here. Oh, hi, honey. Yep, they're selling like hotcakes. Which is... Actually, they're just brownies. Cute. And boring. And safe. Mary! Hey, Mary. Mary's eyes dart over to me. What's the rookie doing here? I was just hoping to introduce David to the rest of the community. You're not going to get me to go to church. Oh, they are unhappy. You get a load of this freak show? Mary's not in a place she wants to be. What? Weird folk is all. Holier than thou types. Don't you think, David? Mary, let the kid answer the question. Oh, did not like that. I didn't know they could make that. Oh, I'm uncomfortable and I feel the need to go back and fix it. This one's a keeper, huh? Mary, can we talk about this later? Oh, am I embarrassing you in front of your new friend? Joseph doesn't respond, trying his hardest to keep his cool. Can we please talk about this later? Sure thing, honey bear. Mary turns her attention to me. Hand over the cash. Jesus, I'm not trying to rob you. I'm in charge of the funds here. I hand over the cash we made. It feels like a hefty wad, so if I may say so myself. Thanks. Now give me your wallet. What? Give me your wallet. You think this church is gonna fix itself? Mary. I'm kidding. Sorry, I'll work on the whole pretending to be happy thing. Mary leans in and whispers to me. He's really good at it. Oh. Mary walks off without saying goodbye. Yeesh. I'm really sorry about that. Are you okay? She really likes pushing your buttons, huh? Joseph shrugs. No marriage is perfect. I don't think you have a marriage there, bud. You ready to head out? Joseph and I load the folding chairs back into my car. Christy nods off the moment Joseph straps her into the car seat. I drop Joseph off in front of his house. A small yawn sneaks out of me. Looks like I tuckered you out, huh? I'm sleepy dad. I think I might be finally crashing from all the sugar. Ha, I won't keep you up then. Thanks for helping out today. Happy to do it. Also happy to eat brownies. Well, next time I promise we'll do something a bit more exciting and a bit less free labor. And I'm very sorry about the whole thing with Mary. You shouldn't have had to see that. It's fine, really. I know, but first, hangout domestic problems aren't a good look. You barely know me. Let me make it up to you next time. It won't be Margaritaville, but we'll do something fun. Promise. I smile. I'd like that. Oh, and one last thing. Joseph tosses a cling-wrapped brownie through the window. It hits me in the face, but I'm able to catch it. It's the last one. You earned it. Joseph, please don't leave me alone with this brownie. Nope, too late. I'm already walking away. But, bye. Joseph walks up into his home. He waves at me before carrying Christy inside. Well, looks like it's just you and me, brownie. Save the brownie for later. I pocket the brownie. This might come in handy down the road. Yeah, like a bribe for Amanda. I step inside to find Amanda doing homework on the couch. Hey, father unit. Hi, child that I'm required by law to care for. How's homework? It's really fun and educational. Really? How long have you known me for? Right. How was the bake sale? Good. I think I really could have made a good life for myself as a brownie salesman. Glad to hear it. So what? Were there any extra brownies, or did you maybe sneak one, or think for a moment, then realized I still have the brownie that Joseph gave me? This would probably do better in someone else's stomach than mine. Heads up. Wait. I hurl the brownie towards Amanda. It hits the wall behind her and falls onto the ground. Nice throw. She scoops it up and smiles at me. Thanks, Pops. Hey, if you're not going to bed anytime soon, would you be up for a game of some real shark hunters of Orange County? What? I thought the last hunter got eaten by a shark. He did. I sit down next to her and cozy up with a blanket. Awesome. So that was Joseph's. We got that out of the way. Date complete. I don't have faith for this. Some high points. Whew, not bad. Margarita zone suddenly makes sense. So I think I'm gonna save Matt's little icon for next time because I'm tired and I have to go pick up my food so I can eat sometime soon. Save that again. Anyway, it was a little bit all over the place for our first day back from the holidays. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next Tuesday. You can hit me up on my socials, which are here. The VOD will go up on Thursday for this session. And we will on my YouTube channel, so you can rewatch it there or watch it if you missed it. So I will see you guys again. Guys, have a wonderful night.